Call me Dutchie. You're on Report Card Radio. Salute to Mikey T, the movie star. Thanks for tapping in.
All right, that's what's up, Dutch. What's good? I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with me, man. I got a lot of respect for what the major figures did.
Thank you for coming out and fucking with me, man. You know?
So, can you take me back to coming out of the streets to signing your first major deal?
It was, I want to say, 1998. A guy named Lance Rivera gave me and Spade our first opportunity at a record deal. We were at Sony. Untertainment / Sony was the first deal that I attained. So it was a pretty good move. You know, I learned how to become an artist in 1998. I was 18 years old. My mother had to sign my release form because I didn't turn 18 just yet. So, you know, it was cool.
Damn. So how did you get Rivera's attention? You and Spade.
Traveling to New York, rapping for Jay-Z, on the battle scene a lot, you know, just going head up with a lot of artists that were out around the time. And we were the best at the time. Major Figgas was the best, and Beanie Siegel was the best at the time. So we went to a studio in New York. Lance Rivera threw on a couple beats, asked us to rap, and we got a situation.
And for the people who don't know, Lance Rivera was involved with who?
He had Cameron, Charlie Baltimore, myself, Spade, just to name a few artists that were on the label with us. That was the home team, as you.
That's what's up. What type of label structure did they have?
It was a dope label structure. The way that Untertainment came about, Lance Rivera was actually partners with Biggie. The Junior Mafia, he was the manager of Junior Mafia and the partner in Junior Mafia before Biggie passed away. So before Big passed away, they had Atlantic had gave them a $64 million check, and right when they were getting ready to start the label, Biggie had an unfortunate situation where he was murdered. So, you know.
And what was the umbrella for this label?
Pretty much Biggie.
Meaning, the distribution label.
Sony, Atlantic. You know, it was Atlantic first, and then when Big passed away, the company was called Undias Entertainment. He also gave Lil' Kim her Queen Bee Entertainment. You know, it was Junior Mafia and they were starting out. And upon them starting out, they got a huge overhead. And like I said, Big passed away, and just kept it going on and signed Cameron. So he put Cameron out, and I want to say like 99 or 2000, he picked Cameron's album out, the first one.
Which Dutch and Spade were featured on?
The second album, which was Sports, Drugs, and Entertainment.
Yep.
So we had a great record called Where I'm From on there. Still, to this day, one of the biggest street classics. You know, and from then on, me and Spade did Funk Master Flex, the Tunnel album with Beanie Siegel.
That's interesting, though. That's interesting. So how did the record with Cameron actually come about?
Us being signed to the same label, it more so went. Cam wanted us to be a part of the album because in the streets, you really couldn't name artists that were hot without naming Dutch and Spade, without naming Cameron, Charlie Baltimore, Mace, you know, the Locks, all of those people. We all come from the same era.
So after coming together in the major figures, you and Spade started circulating on the mixtape scene?
Yeah, Stretch Armstrong.
Yep.
Invited us to come to his radio station which was Hot 97 at the time, we would go up to the radio station and do freestyles and do mixtapes. DJ Clark Kent, some of the greatest pioneers in hip hop would ask for Major Figgas and Dutchieman Spade to come on and do freestyles, and we would murder everybody's beats. So with us murdering everybody's beats, we started to create an underground buzz for ourselves. The underground buzz led to us getting 5 record deals.
Getting an album deal, yeah, it's great to see that, Gillie had his career move forward as a solo artist from Major Figgas, but Dutchieman Spade actually blossomed from the Major Figgas as well. And Rivera was putting together your album.
Yeah, we did probably like 75 records. I still have the album to this day. I'm thinking about releasing it.
What was it going to be called?
For My Family.
That's
For
dope,
My
man.
Family was the album. We had Styles on the album, Eve on the album, production from Rottweiler, So it's a dope album. Spade just ran into an unfortunate situation where he was incarcerated and had to do 14 years. So with him having to do that time, it's like we lost the situation. But the good thing about it was we were never dropped from a label. We just had an unfortunate situation where Spade had to do some time, and we had to take a seat back, which was kind of rough on both of us. He had to do the time, and I had to be without my brother. So.
And you guys were going through a pretty great run at that point, from what it seemed like, being on Cameron's album. Then you were talking about the record with Beanie Siegel as well.
Yeah, Funk Master Flex is it's called Dead Man Walking, the record. Actually, if you go on Instagram now, you can actually use it for an Instagram story. When you punch up music and you punch in Dead Man Walking or Dutchieman Spade or Beanie Siegel, those songs will come up in a list of records that they have for you to use on your story. So it's dope,
Definitely is. Definitely is. How many albums did you guys actually sign with Rivera for?
We did a 3-album deal. We recorded one, was getting ready to release it. We had a single with Ludacris out, Tell Me What You Like, and it was doing great on a lot of circuits. I would say BDS on it was probably about 2,000. We did about 2,000 BDS. The record was spinning day and night from here to the West Coast, overseas. We did a great impression. We did a great impression on hip hop, as they would call it. The sad point about it was the record was pulled because it was spinning more than Ludacris's rollout. So with it spinning more than Ludacris's rollout, I guess Def Jam wouldn't give us the clearance for a video. So they actually pulled the record. And that's what happens with a lot of artists that have great records. Sometimes it will get pulled because the label will feel as though you're overshadowing the artist. And that's no pun intended to Ludacris. It's just the facts and the answers. You know what I mean? Just like to give up some of the facts.